The agonist quality of play. Homo Ludens by Johann Huizinga is one of the foundational texts on the study of games that has survived into modern-day video game academia. Books on the nature of games are not something many gamers or even game developers explore. Yet when Hideo Kojima references Homo Ludens in multiple blog posts found in Death Stranding after he got high and thought about hands for an hour, you may come to see that academics of games maintain the book's relevance in how games all over the world are being made. Johann Huizinga, in his books, had no ability to fathom the future or existence of a video game, and yet he is debating other German scholars of his time whose works are still rare in English publication and which were deeply embroiled debates around the importance of games and play. He, as many YouTube essayists and reviewers have done, opens with chastising the public perception of games as being for children, as a waste of time, or as lacking importance, being just a game. Johann also asserts that he won't attribute the sum total of human culture to the act of play, and then proceeds to define play as the foundational practice from which language, religion, sports, and sexual romance come into being. So if play is not the foundation of everything, it is damn near everything under Homo Ludens' argument. One factor that he defines as being fundamental to play is the agonistic element, meaning the physicality, action, or moving the body in a myriad of ways to achieve play. Frequently, Johann even used the terms play element and agonist element interchangeably, despite wanting to keep the terms separated for different purposes. This agonistic element is at the core of so many debates in and around games. Where one seems to be moving a lot, we give greater preference. Where one seems to be moving only a little, we denigrate for being second class, to being a lesser experience. Esports aren't sports, there's no athleticism. Walking simulators aren't games, you don't do anything in them. Puzzles aren't games, they are just problems with a single right answer. Visual novels aren't games, all you are doing is clicking, there's no skill. Action RPGs are more fun games than turn-based RPGs. Chess barely counts as a game, all you do is sit and think about your moves. Lame. Speed chess, now that is a game. You have to think and move quickly. That's just like Call of Duty. We make so much of the idea of movement as the foundation of what defines gameplay, and yet if we really look at the mechanics of games, our hands and fingers may be doing fine motor controls in rapid succession, but our movements are nothing in the face of physical culture. Dance, martial arts, ball sports, swimming, sex, and mountain climbing, or anything with gross motor control. All of those activities also include a significantly playful element when it comes to learning and enjoying those activities. When it comes down to the agonist element in a game, our perception of movement is often part of the illusion, part of the narrative of the experience being communicated to us through this piece of art. The audiovisuals can tell our brains that much more movement is happening within us than is actually happening. Like a dog that sees a frisbee in flight, we become the frisbee on the television. But at the end of the day, the agonist element is always going to be just a series of move then click something. It is okay and important to recognize that different kinds of games will have different amounts of the agonist element, even to make genres out of that agonist element. There is, however, no need to rank games based on the agonist element. If we rely on that, the only thing we will accomplish is dismissing the whole of video games themselves as a medium of art, or perhaps even dismissing the whole of video games as games. Stay true.